Hello everyone, welcome to Math Sucks, and today we're going to be learning about how to add fractions, so let's get started. So our first example is going to be 5 over 5 plus 6 over 5. So something that we have to understand about fractions is that we always want the denominator to be the same. We always want these numbers. So this is the denominator, the bottom, and the numerator is the top. So something that we want to do is to have both sides, so here this side and this side have the same denominator, and here we have the same denominator. We have 5 and 5 as our denominator, and as for our numerator, which is the top, we can have different numbers. It doesn't really matter. The most important thing is that we have our denominators equal so we can solve. So now that we have these the same, we can just do this, 5. So when we're adding, we don't add the denominators because they're the same. So we want to keep that number the same. So we just, as a result, when we have the same numbers in our denominator, it's easy because we can just put as the answer 5. And here in the numerators, it's easy because now that we have our denominators the same, our numerators can just be solved, easily. We can just do 5 plus 6, which is 11. And we can simplify this by saying, okay, 5 goes into 11 2 times. And here, I can say 2 times, and then 5 stays the same, and then 11 minus 10 equals 1. So this could be your answer, or this one. It depends what they're asking you. If they're asking you for a mixed number or just an improper fraction. And if you want to learn how to simplify fractions, go check my other video. Okay, now we have our second example. This is different because, yes, our denominators are different. We have a 3 here and we have a 4 here, so we can add these up. But actually, we can. We just have to do an extra step. So when we have fractions that are adding up to each other that are different, that have different denominators, we can say this. Okay, so how do I match these two numbers? What do these two numbers have in common? So we're going to check their multiples and have the least common factor so we can have, the number. So here, we're just going to check the multiples of 3 and 4 and to see if they have something in common so we can have our answer here. So 3 and 4 have in common, so we're just going to check their multiples. So 3 times 1 equals 3, so no, it doesn't add 4. 3 times 2 equals 6. Okay, that's not, because you can't multiply something with 4 that gives you 6. 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 times 4, though, equals 12. So we know that something with that multiplies with that number is obviously going to be equal, because in the multiples of 4, we also have a 3, which is 4 times 3, which is 12, and then in the multiples of 3, 3 times 4 is 12. So they have this in common, okay? So we're just going to put that in our answer, 12. Now, how does that affect us here, since we change these numbers? Well, now we have to multiply the numbers in the top, the numerators, with the multiple that we're multiplying it with to have the 12. So basically, what times 3 gives us 12? Well, we know that 3 times 4 equals 12, so it gives us 12. So we're going to use that multiple and multiply it by 4, because we're multiplying this by 4, right? So what do you do to this side? We're going to go to the top. So here, this 4 times 3 equals 12. And then 4 times 13 will be equal to 54. 52, sorry. So now we're just going to do the same thing with the 4. What times 4 gives us 12? Well, 4 times 3. So we're going to multiply this by 3, and then this also by 3. So this gives us 12, and then 12 times 3 gives us 36. Now we have our denominators the same. So what is 52 plus 36? That will give us 88 over 12. Can we simplify this? Well, let's see. Can't do it by 12, so we can just do this. We can simplify it by 4. It'd give us 22 here, then 3 here, and we can't simplify those, so this is our answer, or in our mixed number, it will give us 7, 3 over 1. This is our mixed number, and this is our improper fraction. Again, if you want to check that out, if you want to see how we can do this, check out my other video. Okay, so now we have 7 plus 8 over 2. So now we can see that we have a number with a fraction. And can we do this? Definitely, because every number you can turn it into a fraction, really. So what we're going to do is that we're going to turn this 7 into a fraction so we can, add it up. So 7 is the same thing as 7 over 1. If you have just a normal number, you can turn it into a fraction by just putting that same number over 1. So if I had 8, it equals 8 over 1. If I had 9, it would equal 9 over 1. Because fractions are honestly just division. So 7 divided by 1 equals 7. 8 divided by 1 equals 8. And 9 divided by 1 equals 9. So it's just the same thing. We're just putting it in fraction form, so it's easier for us to add it up. Okay, so now that we have this here, we're just going to do plus 8 over 2, so we can add this up. Again, we can see here we have a 1 and a 2, which they're not equal to. So what do? We find a common multiple of these two numbers, the least. So we're always finding, the smallest number out of them. So here we have 2 and 1. Well, 1 times 2 equals 2, and 2 times 1 equals 2. So it's an easier one. Our denominator here will be 2. So here we're gonna find, so 1 times 2 will equal 2, so we're gonna multiply here 2, and what do we do to the denominator? We're also gonna do it to the numerator here. So 2 times 1 equals 2, and 2 times 7 equals 14. So now let's go to this side. Here it equals 1, because to get to 2, you only have to multiply 1. Then in the numerator, again, 1. So it would just be 8, and then 2 here. So 14 plus 8 would equal 22 over 2. And this will just be 11 simplified. So we don't have a mixed fraction. Okay, now we have a mixed fraction adding up to a fraction. So here we're just gonna do basically the same thing with the other number. So we're just gonna simplify this so we can, could be better for us to add it up. So here we can just do 4. We're just gonna do the simple, we're gonna use a simple formula. We're gonna do times here and then plus here. Always remember that. So when you're converting mixed fractions, just do multiply it and then add it up in the top. So 7 times 4 equals 28. 28 plus 1 equals 29. So our mixed fraction is going to be 29 over 4. Now we have plus 7 over 2. We have an easier one. So we're going to take the multiples here. 2 times 1 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. So we have found a 4 here. Then 4 times 1 equals 4. So yay, we found one. It's 4 here. So now, what number has to multiply to 4 to give us 4? Well, 1. We're going to do the same thing here. So 29 over 4 plus, then 2 times what gives us 4? 2 times 2, so our answer is going to be here 4. And then we're going to multiply this by 2, which is going to be 14. And 29 plus 14 will give us 43. So our answer is going to be 43 over 4. Or we can simplify this and get 10, because we're multiplying 4. And then because 4 times 10 equals 40. Here, 3. So this is our mixed fraction answer. This is our improper fraction answer. Okay, that's about it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more math videos. Also liked if I helped you how to add fractions, and comment down below which math videos you want to see from me. Thank you guys so much. Goodbye. Have a great day.